Welcome back to another episode of Drivers for Drivers. I'm Ken Cox.
Driver for driver.
Driver for driver.
Drivers for drivers.
Drivers for drivers.
Drivers for Drivers.
I'm Ken Kuntz.
And we have,
I'm Francis Hamm.
behind the scenes, we've got
Arnell.
Hey, Arnell. And we are
Drivers for drivers.
I like how enthusiastic he was on that one.
Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah.
This episode, if you listened to our last one, we're dropping a bombshell. And no, I am keeping my clothes on.
Wrong type
right.
of bombshell.
Wrong bombshell.
That's right. That's right.
An individual is leaving, making retirement.
That's right. That's right. First thing I wanna do on today's episode, I want to thank all of our professional drivers out there. You know, you do an amazing job. It's a tough job. You know, I've always said it's a tough job. I remember those days very, very well when I was out there trucking as well. It's something that I definitely tip my hat to you, because it's not something that a person can do every day and it's the same thing. It's always something new coming at you, you know, and you just need to deal with it and cope with it, and you get on down the road and you do an amazing job doing that every day, and that's great. So I am going to be retiring out of the industry. This is going to be my last week with the company, and I'm retiring out. I've been in trucking and transportation for 44 years, so it's time to slow down a little bit for myself. Talk to my wife, and she's on board, and I think it's just that time. It's a tough decision to make. Trucking's in my blood. It'll always be in my blood. I think everybody out there that's listening right now, they understand that. You guys understand that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's a tough deal, but I think there's other things too, and I want to look at doing some stuff that I haven't had an opportunity to do. So just kind of some fun stuff. But over the years,
You got 3 Jeeps to do it in, don't
I do. I do. Absolutely, I do. You know, I still, though, I am amazed over the years when I look at the equipment and how it's evolved from being a kid. You know,
Wagon wheels to
yeah, that's right. That's
electric
right.
motors.
You know, the first truck that I got in and drove was an old Diamond Rio, and from there, I stepped up quite a bit into a 72 Kenworth conventional. You know,
Wow.
that was a pretty nice truck back in the day. He even had diamond tuck and roll leather on the door panels.
Really?
Yeah,
All 4 inches.
that's right.
Classy.
You know, the thing I could never understand, you look at a truck as big as they are, and in that Kenworth, you could just reach over like that and roll the window down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just something else. But it was what we had back in the day, and no power steering. You know, you had to make sure you grabbed that old ivory steering wheel and cranked her right when you backed up. Otherwise, you'd have to do it again. You just wouldn't do it too many times.
No. You had to learn to back
That's right.
or become really strong.
Yep, that's right. That's right. One thing about it, though, we moved freight back then for customers. We picked up at customers and we delivered to customers, and we used trucks to get it done. And in between, we had office staff that we worked with the same way. You may have to call in on a payphone, you know, whenever you got someplace. But the communication was there, and the fundamentals are exactly the same as they were back then. It's just technology has taken us to a new level, you know.
Do you think it's made drivers lazy?
No, I don't know if it made them lazy, but it sure is more practical for them.
More comfortable. We'll say more comfortable.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know, having a cell phone, wow, what a difference that is, huh?
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So throughout the years of, you said 44 years, I'm sure there are a ton of memories. But if you could pick out of all of them, out of one, what would be one that you would want to leave out there for everyone to know? Kind of on the spot, I know.
Yeah, I would say you're not alone when you're out there on the road. There's some times when you're out trucking and your mind gets to wander and you start thinking about stuff, and I got to do this when I get home, and I got to do that. And then you think about, hey, if I won the Powerball and I got $1 million, I'd go do this, and you kind of think about that kind of stuff. But there are times when it gets lonely too,
Sure.
and you're trucking out there and you can't just talk to somebody all the time, and you're not out there by yourself. You've got family and friends that are thinking about you as well. And then you've got a whole dispatch team that's back in the office that they're there in the event you have an issue or an incident or something like that. You're not by yourself. The other thing, I remember being a kid and thinking, man, this big old country. And when you're trucking in this country, it's not as big as you think.
Not very big, is it?
It isn't. It's kind of funny. It's like, man, you start running back and forth and you start knowing where everything's at. You know where your convenience store is, where you stop, or that truck stop that you like, or, over there, or that restaurant that you like, and you hit it when you come through there. And it's kind of funny. It's not as big as you think.
You think you're in a different country when you hit Jersey, though, don't you?
Yeah.
It's been a while since that's, yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. No, you bet.
I always got a kick out of how people talk in the South and how they talk on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
We come out there from Idaho, and they're like, boy, your language is so, I don't want to say cowboyish, but
Mm-hmm.
they think we got an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's right. One of the things that I remember getting into the trucking and running long haul, when we were going into different parts of the country, the food was different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't have the big box stores, the big chains and stuff like that. You went up to Chicago and places like that, and you were having some Italian food and some pizza and stuff. It was phenomenal. It was good stuff, Then you run down south. I remember stopping in this little, I don't know, it was like a little shack or something on the side of the road. They had barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there and got me a barbecued pork sandwich, and they threw the coleslaw and everything on the sandwich for the first time. I was like, really? You don't put that on the side? And they were like, no, that's the way you have it. It's like, so I ate it, and it was good.
A lot of Cajun down south.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. It's just different places you went to, and you'd have the flavor of the area, and you don't find that as much anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty much the same wherever you go.
Sweet tea here and sweet tea in the South,
Yep.
200% different.
Mm-hmm.
And they could make it the same. It's still 200% different.
Yeah, I think they use honey.
I don't know what they use, but it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Absolutely.
That means water, H2O, with minerals.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you, Francis, and retirement seemed so far away when I was younger, but it's just around the corner for myself,
You bet.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and I hope your retirement's as fun as you think. Most people, when they retire, once they're retired, they're like, well, shit, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you'll have plenty of honeydews.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
Don't start raising rabbits.
That's right. That's right. No, I appreciate that, Kenny. And, yeah, it's been a pleasure working with our team. Everybody on the team. There's so many great people within this organization. Giltner is a great company. I know Greg and Shauna. I think from them down, it's everybody in the umbrella of Giltner truly has people at heart. It's just one of those companies.
Yeah.
And it's in the heart. And I'll miss it, well, no doubt about that. But I'm still going to be around. And I know our people will do a great job. They always have, and they always will. And I'm always going to be looking for Giltner trucks running down the road. So that won't change. But yeah,
Your leadership, your mentorship, and your knowledge. I've leaned on that quite a bit the last few years, getting to know you and working with you. You'll be missed for sure.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
As it said, you'll have a seat at my fire at any time.
Right on. Right on. And likewise.
Thank you.
And likewise, for sure. Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry.
Not going to cry. We're going to end it before we start getting a little bit sappy.
You bet.
So,
You bet. Let me throw one more thing out there, though.
nope.
My last safety topic, every one of these podcasts, I'm throwing out there a safety topic. And this week is going to be you, the driver. Take care of you. Make sure that you're doing the right thing all the time. Try to eat as good as you can. Try to get some exercise, hydrate, and take good care of yourself. At some point in your career, I hope that you'll be able to hang your hat up on the wall, call it good, and spend some time with, hopefully some family, some grandkids, whatever, and enjoy your retirement. You work too hard your entire life, and hopefully you get that time to be able to enjoy your retirement as well.
What a great safety topic. All right, I'm gonna cry.
Thanks for making the better move.
Yeah, thanks.
See ya.
See ya.